Yeah, it is showtime. Oh, yo, yo. Trying to sign into my YouTube account over here, and it's hating. Two people on already. I bet that's Mr. Foolish.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Aren't you on some kind of meeting?
Yeah. There's two people on. It's me and you, probably.
Are you talking or just on a chat?
What?
Are you on chat or are you talking?
I'm talking. You can say stuff. Say something, Mr. Foolish. Say something to the public. I gotta get this stuff. Get the stuff ready. Zero people watching. That's all right. I'll entertain myself. I'm just gonna hang out. Hang out with my own self. And out. I don't even care. Hello, Royal. Are you Gratiturdin it this holiday season? Well, sure. I mean, sure. Thanks, Turd. Carcass Delecta Day. We're really we're kind of just hanging out. I mean, I could do a reading, sure, but just know this. I don't do readings for outcomes. I do it for like proper form, like how you could return yourself to a state of spongy despite your circumstances. That's really what I do. Thanks to me, I think I might have upset and debating quitting. I could answer this one, and that doesn't take a reading. Um, it actually doesn't take a reading here. I mean, I'll do one, but I'm just gonna give you my opinion because unfortunately, that often comes with a reading. I would say a great channel for you to view here. Okay, so let's say you made a mistake, okay? Which is weird because everybody does that. Everybody has blind spots in their communication, and then you're also dealing with the other person's blind spots. And what I would have to say to you is either ask them or just have some faith in the fact that it may not even have had any sort of uh-oh. Okay, I see. I can see why you are worried. Developed a crush. Okay. Here's what I think. You know, other people don't notice stuff. Like this is probably going to be somewhat hurtful for you to hear, but you know, he's probably not even thinking about this. We do have a tendency to take things personally. And we think that people think about us more than they really do. And that sounds kind of hurtful, but I don't know how else to say this. But let's see what Moody has to say. I think what's making this situation worse is that you are worrying about it. And you're not just worrying about it, you're putting the weight of your job on this. And let's see what your proper form would be. That's funny. Hang on, Moody's got ouch. Okay, all right. Totally understandable. I totally get that. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I think I might be able to help you out here. In the future, though, man, Moody, you are busting out the trufuses. In the future, we could use this as an opportunity to be more skillful in our communication with this person, right? I personally think this, I think you got a freebie. That's what I'm kind of hearing, and that's when we made a mistake, but, you know, it didn't involve airway blockage. It's not going to have that much weight. Let me just pop your cards up here in my half-assed way that I do. I haven't seen any other readers do this, like scan their cards in and then display them. Let me just get this ready for you, okay? I try to provide some good customer service over here. And actually, this is pretty much what I was saying. All right, you ready? Yes. And guess what? You're always going to be learning. One thing I've done is because when I feel good, like I've had chronic fatigue forever. When I feel good, I get super obnoxious and I make some really terrible mistakes with people that later I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. So I adopted a code of conduct that no matter how I feel, I follow it, okay? That's an option for you. You might want to think about doing that. But you are going to be, your lifetime is going to be full of learning because once you master one level, you're going to have new stuff to learn. So you're always going to be learning. ABL, always be learning, right? Now I'm going to show you these cards. Make these as big as possible so you can see it. Hey, Maya. Welcome, Maya. Anybody else wants to throw some cards for this individual? You're welcome to. Here's what we got. Ironically, we have Brad the manager here, Royal, which I think is hilarious. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? We have Queen of Swords, which is actually what I was saying. Been there, done that. Trust me, or become a kebab. And then we have the Strength card. You were talking about kind of reining it in. Hey, Maya, and hello, Sunflower. So here's what I think, Royal. and this is just me, okay? I could be completely incorrect about this, but having been a person that made numerous mistakes in my communication with other people, which we don't need to call it wrong. We just say unskillful, okay? We don't need to damn ourselves about it. We just try to do better, right? We don't need to flog ourselves or put on the hair shirt. The Chariot is inspired action and momentum, and I am reading out of a book because I want to make sure that I do not miss anything. I'm still new at this, all right? The Chariot is the structure that protects us while we are taking inspired action, right? Your career. Do you have any sort of, do you want to leave that job anyway? Let me know if you wanted to leave that job anyway. Because I wonder if this is going to provide you kind of like the motivation to start thinking about your next move. And as an old wizened person, okay, how could you get that work experience? This is the think about how you could get that work experience, and this is going to take a while. Just take your time. Really think about it. I'm sorry about that, Sunflower. That sucks. Sorry. Okay. If that's the case, definitely consider getting a code of conduct so that you can buy yourself time, okay? And not just buy yourself time with this other person, buy yourself some time to practice the code of conduct and buy yourself some time where you don't have the pressure of wondering if you have made a terrible mistake. Terrible, quote unquote. So you don't have to worry about your communication. Because I always did the post-mortem, like that reel that they show football players like just going over and over it, like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Not having to do that frees up time and energy. You can do other stuff, okay? Now, what this says is now is the time to create a clear, concise business plan while also taking intuitively inspired action towards your career or financial goals. Success comes with focus, determination, and clear intention. Right? Okay. So that's Brad the manager. If your manager's name is Brad, I will lol so hard. Okay. You're ready to go to the next level. You're gaining momentum. And I also noticed I made more mistakes when I was on my way to leveling up. It's almost like this is why I don't worry about anybody else sabotaging my efforts because I can do it my own self. But if you can start getting familiar with those little patterns that start to emerge on your way to something that you want to fulfill, like a goal or a purpose, it won't be able to get you. It can't sneak up on you, maybe like it has been. This does say, based on your intention of moving forward, you can utilize your spiritual practice to guide you to the next phase of life with confidence. And that's what you need. You need some confidence. You know, the going over and over and over, shouldn't have said that, shouldn't have done that. I've never really figured out the mystery behind that, but it may be related to confidence, right? Now, this Queen of Swords, she don't play. Feminine energy of protection, fairness, and balance when making decisions and speaking the truth. So it's decisiveness and honesty. And, you know, I got to say one thing. It might be kind of harmful to like go over and over again if you're making the right if you've made a mistake. But I will say it does take some self-awareness to even be aware that it may even have been a mistake. Does that make sense to you? It's good to have that skill to check yourself, because that's how you can level up. That's how you can say, you know what, this isn't effective for me. It's not getting me where I need to go. I need to change it up. Hey, Cardamancy Mesquite. I hope I said that right. Okay, now, for your career, and notice we're just not even discussing the crush at all. We're not even talking about it because that's not what that is. And I think you know that. I think you know that the crush isn't exactly the crush. Okay. So this dude's kind of trifling, to be honest. And you could do better. All right? You could do better. Seek advice from a trusted colleague, which could be me, or someone in your industry, and make sure you're taking a logical approach to your finances and goals. That's what your mom said. Maybe your mom's a queen of swords. Yeah, stay in your own bubble, but it's so, man, the human mind, dude, it's like, unless you know how to wrangle it, it can be, like sharks think they're going to die if they stop swimming. I swear to God, like, mom is right. And we've been there. You know, you're talking about some seasoned professionals in this chat right now. Yeah, I mean, if a makeover helps, but what's really going to do it is taking action every day. It's the little teeny weenies. It's the little decisions. It's the little decisions. It's not necessarily going to be this huge awakening. It's going to be over time. I don't know if you've ever. It's not a bad idea if you have access to talk to a professional, like a counselor, just so you can bounce ideas off. I mean, it sounds like your mom is kind of a guardrail. Yeah, and you don't want that candy, right, Sheila? You don't want that candy. It's got like lint on it. It's probably like that yucky Sour Patch Kids or whatever. Yuck. Yeah, man. Little teeny weeny decisions that you make during the day. You train yourself. You train yourself to follow a code of conduct. And it'll kick in on the days that you're feeling kind of, not to be insensitive, but nutty. Yeah, it's definitely go. Then I am for that. I am all for that. He is yucky. He's yucky. He's yucky. He's got goodies. Focus on using logic and reason rather than relying on emotional expressions. But beware of coming off as harsh in your delivery. Sister, I feel that. I have that problem a lot. In the interest of time, sometimes I'll be extremely blunt, but honestly, I mean, I don't know what people's emotional resilience is like. Okay, now this is a strength card, and this is really, I haven't even read this yet, but it's my favorite card. This and probably the Sun right now, anyway. seems to rotate. Strength is always my favorite card. This is about getting yourself under control. Exactly, man. Yucky. Definitely pamper yourself this weekend. Practice some gratitude, right? Your situation sucks, but you can still pamper yourself. That's cool. Now, I am going to read this. But to me, the strength card is always about getting yourself under control. The strength reminds us that it is not the size of our muscles, but the willingness within our hearts that matters. When we show courage, we can endure any obstacles we encounter. That's why it's my favorite card. I mean, sometimes you do have to avoid situations, but a lot of times I'll put my shoulders down and just charge in because I know I'm going to get something out of it, even if it's painful. Whether you're making changes in your life or working to reach the next deepest level of your connection with the divine, which is always looking out for you if you let it. You have what it takes within you to overcome any challenges. Truth. Be brave and trust your inner strength, but know it's perfectly fine to be vulnerable. Feel your fears and take action anyway. Action. Here's another one. Have confidence and persistence in your career. There's power in your voice. You can effectively reach the next level financially by taking a firm, subtle approach. Financially, also, financials also, to me, it's your resources. It's the pence, it's the pentacles. It's energy, time, well-being. I throw that in there. I throw pretty much everything in there. But you can move past any hurdles and achieve a successful outcome in your work. So don't give up or doubt your strength. Yeah, dude, shrug it off, man. That's why I don't do good or bad. I don't. To me, stuff is either effective or it's not effective. I don't give a rat's ass about whether it's good or bad or whatever. Okay. So I'm glad you feel better. But I feel like, it may have been a mistake, but did it not lead you to a place where you evaluate? So, kind of effective, all right? So you were obnoxious. Great. But now we've had this discussion because you were obnoxious. A new mindset is good. Everybody's different. What I always concentrate on is new plan of action. And over time, when you start thinking that way, you have the opportunity to strengthen your ability to stick to a plan of action, regardless of what else anybody else is doing. And if you do have some angst, because it can it could be disappointing. Like the emotional part of this is to find out that somebody's trifling. That could be very disappointing. And what I like to do with that is I draw mean stick figures about it, so I can make it funny and then let it go. To me, laughter is how we can let things go. We can let things go and get quiet, so we can figure out what we're gonna do. Forget what he's gonna do. I'm telling you. Sometimes if you behave yourself, you get to see a downfall. You get to see somebody else's tower. And no matter how spiritual I am, I'm also a mean girl. There's a mean girl in here, so interesting. I wonder if part of that was just because you were feeling aggressive toward this person. passive aggressive celery throwing. It was a run by stalking. You stalked him, get it? Celery stalk, get it? So passes for humor over here. It's Can't Foolish. All right, so you have your plan. You know your plan now, right? That's not bad for a day of gratitude. That ain't bad. We got a lot done, and it's only been 25 minutes. We're getting stuff done, man. We're solving problems over here. I'm gonna stop sharing. One thing I did want to do is revisit our Mad Libs and see if absolutely. And you know what? Can you check back in like a few weeks or whatever and tell me what happened? Yeah, exactly. Hyper. Oh my God. I channeled that hyperactivity into like lifting weights, but obviously you don't travel with weights, do you? If you can get up and just stretch next time you feel like that, just stretch like something movement related, just something, you know. It's a good it's man when you're well, don't worry about that. Like that's irrelevant, okay? Cuz let me tell you what my dad told me cuz I was always a brick house. And often resembled a prison warden. Just a big like I'm a super heavyweight and I've been that my whole life. I'll tell you what my dad told me. If they don't like it, they don't have to look at it. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about skinny. Think about strong. Strong. That has nothing to do with body image. It's increasing your capability, and then it also gives you a channel for that extra energy. It could be that you just have all this extra energy because it like you haven't given it a job yet. So think about that too. Like now I'm flashing back to all the things I've done when I was hyper on the rare occasions. Oh my God, I'm just cringing. Think about a way you can channel that extra energy. It can, it can be highly effective if you channel it properly. Yeah, dude. Listen, you're out there making some rookie moves. It's all right, man. And this will be funny. Just try to laugh at yourself. You know, nobody's a genius. By the way, I love wearing a fleece. I'm gonna just change the subject up on you. I love wearing fleece, but I hate staticky hair. The two things you could do to me to completely torture me: cold, wet feet, staticky hair. Cannot do it. Cannot abide by it. So what I do is I don't use those extra expensive hair static stuff. I mean, there's one called Ecstatic. I actually use stuff for dogs. It's a lot cheaper, and it works just as well. So I don't get money from these people. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, you might want to try this, Maya. Especially like not to, but whatever situation you got going on, it can affect your hair. So yeah, flannel and static Well, thank you. I gotta say, I I'm grateful for my hair. It does it does whatever it does. I dye it with henna every couple weeks, and then I don't blow dry it. I don't brush it. I just pick it maybe and rake it when I have conditioner in it, which I rarely use that. It's very low maintenance hair. That I'm lucky. I feel very fortunate. Um. Oh my God, you guys. I'm disturbed. I found something very serious. I found something horribly serious that we need to discuss. We have to discuss this. This is super, super important and very serious. Dead serious, you guys. And I feel like we need to get to the bottom of it. You guys. You guys. Moody. Oh my God, you guys. Let's see if there's a print version. We have to get to the bottom of this. Get it? Get to the bottom of it. We need to get to the bottom of this. Mr. Foolish has entered the chat. Funny, funny man. Hilarity. I'll tell you something, guys. You know what's super awkward is living with your heckler. It makes things really awkward. Ooh. Moody, tell us about Uranus. Tell us about the smell. Help us get to the bottom of Uranus. He just ran. He tried to run for it. Oh, is it a he? I guess it is. No, I'm the jester. I'm the existential jester. No, you can't. You're the king. You're not supposed to be the you can't be the king and the jester. See what I have to live with over here? The torture. Uh-ohs. Wow. Okay, here we go. Here is Moody's reading on your age. Da, 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 da. Oh. It's Moody. Let's see if we can grab all these. Okay, guys, you ready? Wee. Here we go. Man. Wake up, you sleepy hoe. Also, a bonus card popped out. Nine of Swords reversed, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. These were all reversed, by the way. Well, no. King of Pence and Judgment was reversed. So that's how we're going to read it. We're going to get to the bottom of this Uranus situation. You guys. Uh-ohs. Greedy or not really focused on material wealth, or really focused on material wealth. Someone who is greedy or only focused on material wealth. This can be a father figure or just you being hard on yourself, pushing forcefully to see results. Oh my God, you guys. Perhaps you are butting heads with someone, butting. Who only cares about outer appearances or indulges in self-centered behaviors. Look beneath the surface to see the truth. What? You may be struggling with your own ability to be generous, to part with the resources that you've built. Let me just switch back to the article really quick. Holy. The suffocating cold atmosphere would take you first. Okay, well. The cloud tops are partly made up of hydrogen sulfide. If an unfortunate human were ever to descend through Uranus's clouds, they would be met with very unpleasant, odoriferous conditions. Those are really pretty space pictures. I love space pictures. Okay, now the clouds are above the planet, right? So this is saying look beneath the surface to see the truth. That's legit. That's super legit, y'all. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Another plan ruined, Maya. We're never going to get there. Okay. You know what? You can kiss my anus, Mr. Foolish. How about that? Now we know the Four of Swords because that's my favorite card when we're just talking about me, you know? I identify with this card. Pausing to relax and rest your thoughts is a necessary part of life. After this, you'll be able to move forward with greater energy and a clear mind. Empty mind. It's more like it. That's fine by me. Okay, so taking a break, blah, 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 recovering, stressed out. Maybe that's what's causing the rotten egg smell. You know what? I feel like maybe it's the planet's gut microbiome that's out of whack. And then, of course, we have Judgment. This was reversed, but we can't laugh at the card if I reverse it. All right, you sleepy hoes. Basically, is that Gabriel being a necromancer? Because those are a lot of bodies. And honestly, what are they doing floating on the ocean? How did that even get there? Were these bodies in some sort of shipping container? There was a maritime accident? Reverse Judgment card can suggest repeating patterns without learning the important lessons. Perhaps you have been judging yourself harshly or clinging to the past, and either of these behaviors will keep you from moving on. Or the atmosphere in Uranus. Maybe probiotics would be beneficial, right? This card in reverse can also signify you are ignoring a higher calling, so do not be afraid to embrace growth and change. Listen, I don't know. I know, right? And you know what's weird? They're already in coffins, Maya, so it's almost like they knew it was going to happen. Too soon for a Titanic joke? I don't know how many tarot readers will do a reading on Uranus. I don't know how many will do that, but I will. I just did it. Oh, that was cathartic. So freeing. You know what I also wanted to do? You remember last night we did our little Mad Libs? Never too soon. I like your style, lady. One of my favorite things to watch, and we're not going to do it here just because it's so foul, is roast battles. Man, nothing is off limits. But it's, consensual verbal abuse. It's and I'm like that too. It's the way I show affection. It's fun if you can do that with your friends. Ooh, this is here's a question on Google. What's wrong with Uranus? Well, that's judgy. Yeah, no, we'll do readings. We'll do whatever. Whatever you want to do. All right, listen, guys. Look at some of these. Look at some of these questions, okay? That's a little much, I feel. What happened to Uranus recently? What's wrong with Uranus? What is coming out of Uranus? Is something leaking out of Uranus? Oh, there is something leaking out of Uranus. Dude. I mean, really could be anything. You know what I mean? What did scientists discover from Uranus? Wow. In-depth Uranus. No, we are going to have a good time. We can't help but to have a good time. Honestly. I mean, I know I love those questions. Something actually did collide with Uranus, and here we are. Here we are. Guys, something did collide with Uranus. Let's see what Moody has to say about this. Uranus hit by a huge object that tilted it to the side. I don't know, Maya. Let's I'm gonna pull the cards first. because I don't know anything about this. I can't believe I didn't read it. I might have been saving it for the channel or something, just for funsies, because I'm childish. And so I haven't read the article. So I'm going to pull the cards first, then we're going to read the article, and we'll see if Moody is, because Moody knows everything, especially about Uranus. Moody's well versed in Uranus. You can say Moody's a subject matter expert. Man, Moody. I'm glad you ladies popped in here. I was actually kind of hoping nobody would show up, because that would mean that people were not having a problem jumping into the stream of gratitude. But you guys are here for a good time, and I love that. Love it. Moody, let's talk about what collided with Uranus. Tell me about it, buddy. You know, the thing about gratitude is, listen, this card came up again. I know that it makes people feel better, okay? I understand that. People know it's available, but people get stuck, okay? So they feel cut off from that part of themselves. Ooh, Sheila. And you know what? Oh, sounds like this is a perfect day for me to do readings on Uranus, because it sounds like y'all having multiple collisions, and that's horrible. It's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. The thing about gratitude is, it's a gift we give to ourselves, right? We do. What's a problem is, I've always noticed that people that practice absolutely no gratitude for the rest of the year, flipping out because their Starbucks order was incorrect, or maybe a store sold out of their size of a sweater or something. When Thanksgiving come around, those are the same people chasing us around to be grateful. And although I recognize their humanity and don't judge them for their unskillfulness, because who among us isn't unskillful at something? At the same time, people that are they're feeling cut off from gratitude at that moment because of whatever. They're tired, they're overwhelmed, they're stuck. They can't see it yet. They haven't gotten there yet. This shit doesn't happen on a schedule. Okay, people have different processes for moving through things. They know they're going to survive it. It just sucks. Maybe they're just, it's easy to get stuck, you know? It's easy. And we forget about all the times we have not been in gratitude when we're, and I say we like the royal we. And I don't mean royal. I mean just people in general. It's like a multi-level marketing program or something, and I feel like that's an abuse of gratitude. This is the second time I've gotten this card. King of Pentacles reverse. So I'm setting that aside. And this is the second time I've gotten this card. This actually popped out for the last reading, so we're definitely going to read on that. That's weird. All right, let's get these cards in this, some semblance of, so we can discuss. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, this one's a tricky one. Boobs. And no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna cover that up. Nine of Swords. Yeah, that sucks, Sheila. See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, basically, you ladies are my gratitude backup singers. You're my gratitudes. Y'all really having the gratitude. I didn't mean that in a literal sense. That sucks, you guys. Well, good. I'm glad you could be here, both of you, with your digestive disruptions. Yeah, gratitude. That's what I call it when Denise came up with that term, because she, notorious SGT, she was talking about gratitude, but like it came out gratitude by mistake. And then I was like, oh my God, like I'm stealing that, because that's like when everything is terrible and you're overwhelmed by it, but you can still feel some sense of gratitude as gratitude, or you're trying to feel that, you know. It's easy to feel grateful when everything's great. It's easy. It's easy to be at peace when everything's peaceful. The challenge is to become a person that, yeah, exactly. So did Mr. Foolish, not to violate his HIPAA, but gratitude, you guys took it way too literally, and I'm upset about that. All right, let's look at these cards. Let me stop rambling about gratitudes. Now, the Ten of Pentacles was reversed. The Hangman was reversed, which really means he was doing the yoga tree pose, and the Nine of Swords. That came up for the last reading, but I kind of set it aside. But Moody's saying, bitch, I'm trying to tell you something. Yeah. This sums up basically what I was saying. Reverse Ten of Pentacles can represent a challenging time within the family. You may feel controlled by the expectations of your parents, siblings, or partner, and want to break away or forge your own path. Conflicts over property or disputes in the home may arise. He does look like he's, what do they call that? River dance? Conflict over property or disputes. This reversal may even represent a fear of moving to the next level once a place of comfort has been reached. Despite your intuition telling you it's time for a change. It sounds like y'all have some conflict in your guts. Sheila, you know what we do? I'm going to pop your comment up, okay? Here's what I do with that. Okay, today everybody's having their little dinners, right? But honestly, Mr. Foolish and I were wiped out. So what we did was we just rescheduled it for Saturday because we can. And in fact, I think we've done that almost every year where it's on Saturday. So Thursday, you're just scuffling around in your jammies and just relaxing. If you have Friday off, that's awesome, you know? You know, Maya, I'm always like, dude, how much can be in one human body? You can reschedule whatever you want. It's just, and some families actually just make it Saturday every year. So that way everybody can make it. It doesn't matter if people are working Friday. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. These things aren't set in stone. And honestly, anybody who's still clinging to like have a mission after everything we've just been through the last year and a half, like I'm like respect, you know, like really sticking to it regardless of what other evidence lets you know that maybe this isn't the best plan, or maybe we don't need to have a death grip on it every year. Maybe we can be a little bit more flexible about it. Yeah. Yeah, man. So we are seriously Gratiturdin it. I can't foolish. All right. Here we go, the hangman. Now it's reversed. Hey, you ladies. Nice. Hey, you ladies. This reading is telling you not to fight your current circumstances or force forward movement. Delays are annoying, but the divine is trying to show you something you may have otherwise missed before. Well, it sounds like nobody was missing anything. You know what I'm saying? You may feel eager to begin the next part of your journey, but instead quiet your mind and listen for intuitive messages. There is much to be gained in stillness. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right, this Nine of Wands, she won't shut up, or he or she or whatever. Moody. Moody won't shut up about it. Moody's beyond gender. It's either both or neither. I don't know why. Forward movements. Yep. Now this was it was reversed before. Cycles ending, blah 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 blah. Okay. Be gentle with yourself. That was for reverse, but we all know what this is. I mean, look at it. Look at it. We know what this is. An anxious mind leads to restless nights. Anxiety, worry. A friend of mine has a kid, and he's one of those super smart data collectors. But the problem with that is he hasn't yet developed the skill of being objective, like being an observer with this data. So he has a huge anxiety issue. It's just, to me, it's just extra energy, and then you can channel it. To me, it's just telling you that either you don't have all the data, or that you have assigned yourself. Somebody described it as the general manager of the universe, and it's not your freaking job. It's not up to you. You might be seeing other people's um, karmic lessons in progress, you know. You might be seeing a big picture situation at a turning point where finally something can be corrected, something can be, change can happen, a tower for maybe a long-standing social issue or a financial structure, whatever. That is not our job. It's not up to us to solve it. And in fact, and I learned this years ago, if I'm feeling anxious, I have taken on too much. And I don't just mean haven't been sleeping, haven't been following proper nutrition. I also mean I think that it is my responsibility to fix everything, and it is not. And I don't even have the skills to fix everything. And sometimes I'm just meant to bear witness. Bear witness, try to stay spongy so that you know, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say stop it. I can't say that. It's tough, man. Like I always imagine myself in a lab coat when I start getting myself all bunchy. Because if I'm in a lab coat and I'm kind of detached from it, then I'll know when it's time. I'll know exactly what action to take and when. And that doesn't make any sense to the part of the brain that is generating all the anxiety. That has no sense at all. They're like, that's absurd. That's absurd. It's up to us. We got to get in there. We got to charge. If we worry about this for 2 more minutes, it's going to solve the problem. If we just replay it one more time, everything's going to click into place. Spoiler, it does not. So, I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but those kind of seeing things in that way help me out a lot. Maybe that'll help you. There's a lot of options. And then if you are used to feeling like the general manager of the universe, another thing we like to do is set up a whole bunch of activities almost to work that anxiety off. But then if something happens, inevitably we will break down, especially if you're chronically ill. We'll break down and we won't be able to fulfill those responsibilities. And then guess what? Now we got something else to be anxious about. So I really try to keep my plate clean. I try to keep as little on my plate as possible so I can have room for stuff that actually does need to be done. Unfortunately, I'm not as skillful at it as I wish I was. A lot of procrastination going on around here. I've been pulling my clothes out of one basket for like 3 weeks now instead of just putting them away. There's a lot of stuff that slides off the plate, but I have been far less anxious about it, and that helps me rest, and it keeps me from having a terrible breakout, like a flare up because of cortisol, which of course, if you have too much of that, it causes inflammation. So a couple things to do with anxiety. Also, I set a timer and I'm just like, okay, you have something to say? Yeah, dude. Yeah. We're living parallel lifetimes. I'll say stuff like, okay, you're anxious, you're worried, okay. I'm gonna set the timer. You're gonna have 5 minutes to be as worried as you could possibly get. But then after that 5 minutes, we're done, okay? You have 5 minutes to just go all out with your worrying and your panic. And then that's gonna be it. You get 5 minutes. You know? You get 5 minutes. Here's your TED talk, anxiety. Just knock yourself out. I do that. Yeah. I don't think there's something wrong with feeling responsible, but just like with anything, taken too far, it's just like, dude, what are you even doing right now? And then you're worrying about everybody else's shit, and you ain't taking care of your own. And then what does that do for a chronically ill person, especially that has, like, I don't know if Mr. Foolish is going to be down with having to pick up my slack because I done run myself into the ground about some bullshit that I don't even have any control over. And I could have more control over it if I just stay spongy about it. Yeah, Daniette, dude, man. Ugh. And then once it gets started, it's really, it just makes so much sense at the time. It just sounds so real. We can. I just discovered that about a month ago. Yep. Yep. So the intention might be good, but it's the execution that's the problem. Um, Danielle, I don't, does, there's a huge, I try not to, listen, I'm not here to diagnose or what have yous, but I do a lot of research, and they have found that people who have chronic illness, like chronic physical illness, have also experienced a high amount of trauma, a high amount, a very high amount. So it is up to you to make that call. Um, but it does interfere with your central nervous system. It does. It does. It does. So that's your call. Yeah. Social anxiety, especially, you can even, if you've had a lot of surgeries, your body remembers that too. Like emotionally, you might feel, hey, man, it was great. I got that surgery. I feel grateful I was able to have it. But your body's like, bitch, what did you just do to us? Like the body doesn't necessarily know why you're doing it. The great thing about advanced, like just science in general, they're learning a lot about PTSD and the way that it affects your body. I would have to say anybody who's experiencing like chronic inflammation is chronically ill. That's how I define it. Like if you're constantly stressed out, you're dumping cortisol in your body. And if you don't have ways to get rid of it, like exercise, movement, crying became my superpower. Like for years, I refused to cry, because I thought it was weakness. Uh, and then it turned out that it's actually my superpower because it helps me get rid of cortisol. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh no, cry. Everybody should cry. I schedule it if I haven't had a good cry in a while, but man, I slept better. Yeah. Crying is a superpower. I tell everybody about it. You know, if people think it's weakness, I'm like, okay, well, it increases my capabilities. So how do you classify that? I don't go in groups. I don't go in groups. I don't, and I haven't in forever, and that was even before the public health thing. I had an advantage. Like my life didn't really change much. Yeah, some people. Huh. Yeah, burst or their body will burst. You know, and they're just doing the best they can. They don't know what their options are. Yeah, they don't know what their options are, man. That's why I'm such a strong proponent of well, if I'm having a problem, if I'm having the problem, I don't talk to anybody about it because I mean I've just gotten used to dealing with it on my own. I'm just used to it because I just look for tools. I'm like, all right, I'm not handling this well. Let's see, do some research, see what other options there are. And I've just learned this process of just piecing together, stealing what other people do. And TED Talks, communication, online communication courses, just stuff. Okay. And then I come out after I've solved the problem. That's when I come out and I'm just like, all right, listen, y'all, here's a bunch of stuff I found out so that maybe I can add to somebody else's options, that maybe somebody feels like they have more options than they thought. Yeah. And also, I think everybody, if I had my way, everybody would have a tarot deck because we don't spend enough time talking to ourselves. I'll have complete conversations with my own self. I don't even care. People need to consider, because I don't lecture people. I don't think any people need to do this or that. I don't mean for it to come off like that, but to consider ways you can talk to yourself because other people lately, yeah, he'll be like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "No, I want to talk to somebody who knows what's going on, and that ain't you." Burn. That turkey is burnt. But like when you like I brainstorm, I think out loud, and a lot of times people they don't want to give you that time. They basically want you to shut up so they can talk about their stupid problems. Uh, yeah, that's what my mean girl says, my inner mean girl. So I keep my own counsel. Yeah, dude, I do it all the time. Sometimes I don't even know I've got a trouble. It's just a way to be like, okay, this is time we're talking to ourselves. We're keeping our own counsel and kind of tuning out the opinions of others. Because if you don't have that, like, you're not gonna know. Yeah, dude. Just like my mean girl created this whole gratitude campaign. You know, I'm like, you're gonna shame us all into gratitude no matter what's going on in our lives because it's convenient for you at this time. Uh, you can't even keep it together in rush hour traffic. All right, so you can kiss my ass, right? Morgan and Moody. Moody has really become a truth talker, truth teller. You know what? I don't know if you guys are going to be around later. So let me just. I did get this. I did get this deck. I call this one Afro Puffs. Any Lady of Rage fans in the house? No? All right. Oh, I love this one. I just scanned every single one. Why don't we? These are real stiff, but my hands are okay today, so I should be able to do this. Oh my god. Maybe I'll just do that side shuffle. They're just new, you know? They're new. Oh, you have this one? Not surprising. Can you imagine, though? Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course, man. You're welcome here anytime, dude. Oh, Avra Puffs? Yeah, maybe. But it's out of respect. I love Lady of Rage. She's one of my favorite rap artists. She did the song Avra Puffs. Another reason why I'm a huge Lady of Rage fan is because she's chronically ill, it turns out. And it's unfortunate. She's tough though, you know. Yeah, it's a rap song. Let's just really quickly, because I like to increase our. I like to do like a variety show. There we go. See, I mean I can't play it, but yeah. Yeah, Dan, yeah. I'll be back on today, dude. I don't know what kind of holiday you're having, but you're welcome here anytime, obviously. It is a safe space, man. You can, if you got the Debbie Downers, man, this is the house. This is the house. Life can be rough, man, even if other people think it shouldn't. Or it's only rough when they're experiencing problems. You ever notice that? Just something funny about humans. I'm not throwing shade, but you ever notice that when other people are having challenges, they're having problems, but when you have challenges, you have drama. Everybody notice that? Hilarious. We're funny. We're a funny species. We're hilarious. I'm definitely going to watch this video after this. Haven't heard this in a little while. I love this song. Honestly, give it a try. Maybe look the song up. Ah, Love this song. It's clever. The beat is fantastic. I've always been a lady of rage. I understand it. You know, and hasn't been a lot of females in the rap game. She goes, I flow like a monthly. You can't cramp my style. For those that try to punk me, here's a pampering child. I mean, come on. Genius. So this deck is, it also has this, I think this is the song that has a little bit of a siren. So a couple times this song has come on and I thought that I needed to get out of the way of traffic. Funny. Controlled by Lady of Rage. You know, 30 years maybe. When did this come out? 1994. God, that was forever ago. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, you can cry over here. Shit. Have yourself a good old camp cry. Avropos has given us Ace of Cups reversed and the Star. And that's funny because the Star tried to pop out 2 times before I was shuffling. You know what? I was thinking, oh my god, this card, girl is straight up naked. I probably shouldn't show this. And then, you know what? A little voice said, that's exactly what we're going to do. Hold fast. Hold fast, buddy. Let me just get these scans up here. I am going to do it. I'm going to do it because I want to. We all know what it looks like. It's not like I got 8-year-olds watching my channel. And that's art. That's art. All right, cool. This is my first poll with these. And this is super loud. This deck is very loud. Now this one, let me see if I can do it. This one was actually reversed. How do I do this? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Un segundo.
That's so good. See for Walter.
Picture. Form a picture. Flip it. There it is. Nope. Nope. No. Oh, I need to do. Sorry. Okay. All right, that went better than expected. I thought that was going to be way more painful. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Oy, oy, oy. Right? Here we go. Finally, we're ready. We're ready. There we go. Now, look at this. Ace of Cups reversed, the Star and High Priestess. These cards are very thick. You know this, Maya. I guess you side shuffled these, right? Now this comes with its own little book. And I got to turn the light on, sorry. Shield your eyes, everyone. Because now we're already, it's already getting dark out, damn it. It's what? 3:30 here. Ugh. This is my good lord. Old lady device. Let's pull this out. Oh, you got them too? Cool. Well, I feel like I just joined the club finally. Oh my god, guess what, you guys? No reverses. No reverses. Holy hell. Daniette, guess what? Are you still watching? Yeah. I do have the Morgan. No reverses on this deck. I do love this deck because, yeah, I'm using my intuition and I'm saying, Dan, yeah, this is actually your read-in. Okay, this is your read-in, not ours. And it's not about Uranus. No, dude, you're not slow. Who expected to get roll called right here in a Gratiturdin, right? Who expected that? This is your read-in, and I did not intend to read for you. It didn't even enter my mind for some reason. But Afropuffs had some different plans. And I just want to see, I like to look at the books because I like to see how the artists worded it. Now this is interesting, and honestly, I'm just going to read this out loud, Daniette, because I cannot do this justice with my memory or Stephanie. I'm just going to read the book that it came with, okay? Because I think this is pretty good for you. Also, no reversals. Ace of Cups. Something beautiful and full of love has just begun, and your cup is so full it spills out into a pool below. You'll feel yourself filled with radiant positivity, happiness, and joy. Positivity. Be receptive. Forget positive, receptive. All right. I think positivity, I'm coming to wonder if it just means not being caught in a mosh, but you can't just snap your fingers and come out of it, right? Yeah, agreed, Sheila. Absolutely. I'm seeing, I'm adding layers to my, whatever this is, my knowledge, quote unquote. Okay, Daniette, be receptive. You've been blessed with life giving love, so welcome all your new endeavors. Please note she is not chasing you around to admonish you into gratitude. Now, this is important. This is actually the Star and the High Priestess are the two that were like, Daniette, when I put them up. Okay. I'm going to read the whole thing. It's not too long, but you might like it. Darkness has turned into light. The star is peaceful and content in her nudity as she has been born anew and become stronger from her trials. She is free and unburdened, not trying to balance or control anything. Be receptive, right? Being receptive. Being spongy. She's not trying to balance or control anything, but is happily pouring her cups full of life, energy, and love out into the world. The ibis, and I am an uncultured swine, so I have no idea what that is. Is that the bird? We'll look it up later. Symbol of creativity and inspiration, flies high in the sky above her. It's the bird.
It's a bird.
Thank you, Mr. Foolish. Mr. Foolish also now is saying the committee has weighed in, and it's the bird, the ibis. Ibis. Anyway, sorry, Daniette. I derailed myself again. The ibis, symbol of creativity and inspiration, flies high in the sky above her, and the stars shine brightly for her. It is the bird. We have full consensus. Now here we go, Daniette. Something about 6 years. 6 years. I don't know why I keep getting 6 years. Despair has turned to hope. Your wounds are healing. Your scars are fading. So bask in this time of peace and serenity. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Let yourself be free and accept these calm moments. Be spongy. The earth and everyone around you will rejuvenate you, comfort you, and fill you with joy. You are a shining beacon of possibility, so dream big and wish on that shooting star. What? Right? Oh my God, life isn't hopeless. Oh noes. That kills my whole comedy routine. Okay, now we've got the High Priestess. Love that. Love an A-line cutaway. I do. I love it. 6 years. 6 years. Okay. Then this, okay. Then this is going to make even more sense. And I haven't even read this yet, but these cards are very loud. Very loud. I mean, I know the basic meaning, but we're about to hear something exciting. I just feel it. All right. Get ready. Get your tissues ready. There are deep secrets and many mysteries in life. The High Priestess knows the path toward them. She sits on her throne with her laptop full of secret knowledge and wisdom, pensive but inviting. Behind her, a veil of pomegranate suggests the desire for answers is there. But we may not be ready to lift this veil of mysteries. The moon at her feet seeks to awaken our unconscious and open us up to hidden things in the strangest parts of existing. I just want to say quickly, I am not, listen, I don't know if this is a good, this may be too soon for me to say this, so I won't. I'll wait to say it when you check in, okay? Because you will check in with me in like a month and we'll just see how all this is going, okay? The next paragraph, check this out. Be still. No, you don't say. So weird. It's almost like I say this every single day to everyone I run across. Weird. Sometimes the greatest power comes in knowing that you do not know anything. Right? Even the knowledge we know today could be completely different tomorrow. And guess what else? That's cool. You know why? Because it reminds us not to latch onto information as though we're part of our identity, because it's not. It's just a coat we're wearing. It's just a pair of boots. Do we have to wear those pair of boots every single day? Do we have to wear them to bed? Does that mean we can't get new boots? And that's kind of what I wanted to say was sometimes we receive a clean slate and we do not want it. And it's painful. And it sucks. And it sucks. Right. Because you know you're going to survive it and you know you're not a victim. Although the situation very rough, right? Yeah. You know why? Because you're not going to let those mothers get you twice, right? Don't let them mofos drag you down. I don't know who the mofos are. It's just in general. You've come up against the truth that more self-knowledge is needed and it's time to reflect in order to grow. Explore your subconscious through meditation, through tarot itself. Get you a deck, girl. I know, right? I definitely used to wear my boots to bed when I'd pass out. It's not time to make big decisions right now. Go get a deck. Do you have a tarot deck, man? Get a tarot deck. Get a tarot deck. Keep your own counsel. See what happens, right? Just for funsies. Just for funsies, man. It ain't super serious. Right? Just for funs. And maybe write them down every day and then just see if yeah, no, that's bullshit. All of that is, to me, it's all. I understand them trying to bring in a sense of reverence for the cards. I get that. But none of that stuff's effective. It's ridiculous, man. It's okay. This deck is pretty cool because it's a gentle truth. Like, Morgan is super harsh, okay? Even though I could use the same book with different decks. Morgan's the meanest. Yeah, there you go. Get a deck, and also that notebook thing. That's a good way to train your observer. Lab coat. Collecting data. We're just collecting data. It's nothing serious. It doesn't mean this is something we need to do anything about. Oh my God. Danielle, I am not going to admonish you at all. I hear what you're saying. And I can sit here and argue with it all day, and I'm not going to do that, okay? If that's how you feel, that's just where you're at. What I would say is this. What might be fun is if you tested that theory. Just for fun. You might be too dumb for tarot, but why don't you try it out for a couple weeks and just see, just for funsies, right? It's nothing serious. You hear what I'm saying? It's nothing serious. It's just tarot, right? Nothing serious. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a year. It's a way to kill time, Danielle. Well, it's not about being right or wrong. This is the way you feel and where you're at. For me to sit here and argue with you about it is not effective. What would be effective is maybe redirecting. Just redirect yourself, maybe. Yeah, yes. Me girl to myself. Yes, you have just gotten to the whole. I gotta say, Danielle, not blowing smoke up your ass, but not blowing smoke up Uranus, because apparently it has enough. And it all smells like rotten eggs, apparently. I would be surprised because I have met some people that were 78% less self-aware than you, that were able to, it takes time. Everything takes time. That's the other thing. That part in your brain thinks that people just snap their fingers and then everything's great. That part of your brain that is telling you these things hates the grind, hates chop wood, fetch water, chop wood, fetch water. And so therefore, I'm saying this is a time for you to employ your camp counselor, because that's just one kid. That's just one kid. You've got a whole group of kids in there, right? Why don't we find the kid that likes to learn new things and to play games? It's just a game. It's a game. It's nothing serious. We're just, yeah, I would kick in a different part of your brain. I'm not saying this like this is some spooky witchy thing. It might be. A lot of spiritual practices are based on it. This is psychology. This is just basic psychology. You're afraid but aware of much. Okay, then hi Cecile, I caught you finally. We caught each other. Exactly. Here's a list of people that can hurt my feelings and you're not on it. Right? All right, good. Danielle, just for funsies. Just for funsies. We might be too dumb for tarot. We don't know, but just for fun, let's try it anyway. Just for fun. So, you see how I'm not fighting anymore about it? I'm not even arguing with myself about it. Hey, Gina, and I'm not arguing with you about it. You see how I'm just saying, yes. You see, Danielle, how I'm saying we're not fighting it. We're not arguing with that part. We just say, that's what I'm talking about, Maya. Too dumb for tarot. Damn, I wish I had thought of that. That's funny. That's hilarious. If you find yourself saying stuff like that to yourself, I have found that if I just kick in like, oh well, we'll just okay. Um yeah, I'm this or I'm that. Yeah, okay, maybe. But I'm still gonna do this thing. And man, you wouldn't believe how fast this mean girl will shut up. Mean girl will shut up. And the great thing is, one of my favorite things to do is to make fun of myself because I don't take myself seriously. Uh, one of my favorite things to do is to do stick figures, kind of making fun of that part of my brain. But I think that's an advanced. That's going to take some time. So you see that this is your read-in, right? Accidental read-in. I almost felt like I was invading your privacy by doing this, but I felt like it was timely, and I feel like Afro Puffs knows what she's talking about. Lady of Rage. Okay. Just remember that. Take a screenshot of that or something. If you think you're too dumb for terror, you wouldn't believe. Listen, there's a lot of people that are too dumb to be driving, but that doesn't stop them, honey. Yeah, it just clicks. Oh yeah, stick figures, Schadenfreude. Maybe I should. Man, a friend of mine, she saved decades worth of stick figures. She has a whole box of them. Yeah, man. Just be like, yeah, no, you're completely right. Uh, it's arguing with that part. That's for me, that is the problem because I'm also very competitive. So then the other part's like, oh yeah, well I'll show you how dumb we are. It's a process, Danielle. It's a process. But then we have a Lucy McGillicuddy situation. Um, try that. Just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm dumb as hell. But you know what? Let's just see. Let's for funsies. Well, I mean, you can say that. It's just Cecile's like, hold my beer, bitch. Exactly. Uh, how dare I say I'm dumb? Well, I don't fight it. Be like, okay, thanks. Thanks for the feedback. Now I see what you're saying. Yes, exactly. How right? I mean, there's so many. Listen, if being dumb ever stopped a human from doing anything, none of us would be here, honey. Believe me, none of us. Our species would have died out forever ago. I tell myself, yeah, I'm probably am dumb. I am probably too fat to do this, but you know what? I'm going to get into this powerlifting singlet in public anyway. Right? I did that for like years. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? But that part of your brain cares. That part of your brain is super serious, takes yourself super serious. Yeah, yeah. I say that all the time, Cecile. I leave the get over part out, but I say, yeah, man, we're all a bunch of dumbasses. Somebody's got to take the dumb shift. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's this guy over here. It's everybody. Um, but it's interesting though. Like, can we just acknowledge it's interesting that there's a part in our brains that think it should be any different? Isn't that funny? That's super funny. Lack of common sense doesn't even. Me too. I roast myself all the time. I've had the best time on myself. It is. Yeah. That's definitely a lost art. Stoicism also. Cool, Cecile. It's awesome. It does deflate the gas, doesn't it, Maya? Here's what you guys missed. We did an earlier reading on getting to the bottom of what collided with Uranus. I guess you'll just have to watch it on the replay. I have some more fun planned. I will be off at 4. I'm going to go off at 4. I'll skip nap time for you guys. Because usually there's like a nice pregame that happens. But I'm going to come back on at 8. Daniette, get yourself a deck. If you find yourself unable to get one, I might have one laying around here. I've become kind of like a deck conduit now. Right, Cecile? Ding dongery. Ding dongery. It's always there. Danielle, we're not being kind. We're just well, I guess we are. Cecile. Hey, listen, lady, just charge your phone for 8 o'clock, okay? Mahalo, Danielle. Just hit me up at camp.foolish@gmail if you. And we are fierce, man. We're supposed to hold the fence open. If we have gone through it, we are supposed to hold the fence open so that others may get through. I love rehoming decks. And a couple times I bought a deck, I'm just like, dude, why would I buy this deck? And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I got it for this person. All right. Dang it, Cecile. I'll spend 8 more minutes on here just because Cecile finally. Well, good, Danielle, but we're giving you the information you can help yourself because ultimately you are the one that's going to get yourself out of the jam. You just need some tools. That's all. Tools and options. Tools and options. That's what other people can help you with. But you're the one who's got to do the heavy lifting. Well, Ellen, wouldn't you like to know? No, it's actually it's water and what is that stuff? It's energy drink because I don't drink coffee. I hate it. Coffee puts me to sleep actually. Strike Force, is it? It's orange Strike Force. It's like a little packet of caffeine vitamin thingies. I don't drink, man. I've had all my days with that. I made enough of an ass of myself. I don't do Red Bull. What I do is I love the Monster Rehab I love, and I love the Bangs. I love Bangs. My favorite flavor is Unicorn Blast and Blue Raz, I think. I probably would love coffee, but it does put me to sleep. It's like oh, that's good, yerba mate. That's good. Because that's matine. It's still kind of caffeine, but it's like not the crashy part. Even Death Wish coffee, it just puts me right out. Just completely puts me to sleep. Nice. Coffee princess. Yeah. I know, Ellen. I will say my sodium count's out of control. We can discuss that. I'm not that healthy. I like sleeping. I like napping. Uh, those energy drinks are not good for you, but I drink them. What else do I do that's terrible? I don't follow proper nutrition. I don't. I just try to get my protein in. And sometimes that's wrapped up in some ridiculous amount of carbs. And it shows too. It shows. And then I wonder why I'm tired all the time. Gee, I wonder. Hey, Connie, how's it going? Yeah, Ellen, what you got in there? What you got in your pink cup? She says she's got beer. I do love sleep, man. Yeah, I resolve a lot of stuff while I'm asleep. It's kind of weird. I almost feel like people think that you know, you run around doing work in your ethereal form, but I think I do that when I was. I feel like I always got something done while I was sleeping. Because I hate cardio. I'm more of like a battle sloth, so I ain't gonna get anything done while I'm awake. Yeah, man, y'all gratitudin it. Everybody, oh man, cats. Cats always try. That's why, you know what? That's why people usually put the wine bottle in a brown bag. You know, can't break that, can you? Yeah, there you go. Well, as luck would have it, 3:58. I'm definitely cutting it off at 4. But I'll be back on at 8. Yes, Cecile, for sure, right? Do you ever put little obstacles for yourself? Do you feel like a Australian shepherd at an agility competition? Hilarious. All right, I'm going to be back on at 8. Cecile, I hope to see you later. If you could charge your phone, maybe. And see you guys again at 8. Maybe after your food's settled and you wouldn't need to decompress from maybe potentially a. Hey, that is cool, Connie. That is cool. I'm glad to hear that. All right, Cecile. Well, I could always do one on a Saturday night. Dania, hit me up if you have any trouble locating a deck. All right, guys. Have a good 4 hours until I'm back. And congrats, Connie. That's amazing. All right, guys.